AITAH for not wanting to apologize and thinking I deserved the leftover cake. Added later, it was a small 6-inch cake. Mother-in-law took my birthday cake. Should I apologize? Throwaway account. My wife, female 37, and I, male 38, are from two different cultures. I am from Europe and my wife is from the Middle East. We live in Canada. My birthday was 2 nights ago and my wife got me a small cake, my favorite cake from my favorite bakery. My mother-in-law was at our home for dinner. We cut the cake, and after my dinner, my wife went to put our baby to bed. I was supposed to give mother-in-law a ride to my sister-in-law's place. Mother-in-law grabbed the leftover cake in the box to take with her. I asked her if she was taking the leftover cake, and she said yes, for son-in-law and her son. I said, but that is my favorite cake, and I was hoping to eat the leftovers tomorrow. She seemed really insulted and said that I had already had cake and that I was being petty because I was taking the cake from a 5-year-old boy. I said, fine, take the cake. After I came back, I told my wife and she said it is a cultural thing. You have to share the cake, and I was rude and owe mother-in-law an apology because I made her feel bad. AITAH for not wanting to apologize and thinking I deserved the leftover cake. Added later, it was a small 6-inch cake, but for this one, should I apologize? No. No, because you weren't wrong. I do understand that it was a cultural expectation for mother-in-law to expect that she could take the leftovers, for her to expect that it would be shared. But they are not in the Middle East. They are you are all in Canada, and they were in your home. And in your home, you get to make those decisions about what is acceptable and what is not. Her behavior by just assuming she could take the cake and just grabbing it, expecting to walk out with it, was not acceptable in your culture. It was not acceptable in your home. So I definitely wouldn't apologize. You can maybe have a conversation and explain to her that in your culture that was rude. That was very, very rude. And just, let her know that going forward, that kind of behavior will not be tolerated in your household. And if she wants, any leftovers, she is most likely welcome to them, but she needs to ask first, as most polite people do. Yeah, so you were right. Don't apologize.